and welcome and thank you for watching. I have the lovely Lesley Anne Thompson with me today, and she's going to talk through and explain a little bit about electrolysis and what it is and why she chooses that as a treatment. So Lesley Anne, do you want to introduce yourself?
Hi everyone, I'm Lesley Anne and I've been doing beauty for many years, probably 25 plus. I started electrolysis many years ago, and then I had my family and decided I was a mobile therapist, so I came out of it. But over lockdown, I really have always had a real interest to it. So I decided I want to really start this treatment because I was just telling all my clients about it and recommend them to other practitioners. So I knew there was a market out there for it. So basically electrolysis, I'm not sure if everyone knows, but it is a permanent removal of unwanted hair over a period of time. So you will come for the consultation, and then I will chat to you about what it involves. So basically, it is a process. It does take time, and you can never put a time on it exactly at the beginning. So what happens is there is a fine needle, and the needle is inserted into the pore, which is a hole already in your skin. And then we just press a wee pedal, which releases a heat sensation. This heat sensation cauterizes the hair, and therefore then the hair, I'm able to see when a hair, if it's not high enough, the current, it won't glide out. So that is the process of it. And our hairs are at all different stages of growth. So therefore, that is why it isn't just one treatment and it's cleared. We have 3 stages of hair growth: anagen, catagen, and telogen. And that is why when you start coming to me over weeks, then I know when the hair is in anagen, so that is good. I've had many clients. I'm doing it now in my salon the last year. And I've been going down to Joanne's as well since September, and we're having really good results. Some people, what I find is I would get them to come in weekly first, and then from that, I will determine, okay, then after sometimes there's been clients even after 2 to 3 weeks, I go, right, we'll try now every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks. It just depends on the growth of the hair.
Is there a specific area where you treat? Is it only hair in one area than the other?
No, electrolysis can treat all different areas: lip, chin, sides of the face, underarm, bikini. I would never start to treat someone's legs, because it's such a vast, big area. So my most common areas would be lip, chin, face. And some people now are asking about bikini line and underarm.
And what sort of machine and things do you use? Is there a specific machine over and above other ones, or? I was always used to the conventional electrolysis machines, and then over lockdown I came across a machine called Apilus. It's a Canadian machine, and I was just reading so much about it and thought I have to find out more. So I then went and did training in it. The reason it is so different is it treats the hair. Whenever we are pressing the current will go down and reach the hair at a certain speed. And in conventional methods, it would be like a speed of 13 megahertz, but with the Apilus, it would be a lot quicker. It's like half that. And that means, therefore, you're not feeling that pain, because a lot of people years ago would have got electrolysis and they found it very painful. I'm finding that people aren't finding this overly painful. The odd person maybe does. It depends, like I would always say, watch time of the months and things like that, or if you're feeling tired. But this machine definitely, it releases the current around the hair, and there's not as much damage. So years in the old conventional, you would have had a spread of the heat going across the skin and maybe causing a bit more damage, whereas this localizes the heat to that one follicle. And therefore, so is the downtime a lot less then?
Yes.
There's not the same recovery time?
I would always recommend, most people would be slightly red afterwards, and everyone seems to clear up within the hour, 2 hours. but I do recommend them also to be doing their aftercare with their witch hazel gel, etc. But definitely there's not as much trauma created to the skin, and not as much, spots people don't seem to be getting either.
And is there anything people need to do before they come? Like if their skin's more hydrated or more nourished, would that help? Or does it not matter?
Definitely. So if someone's skin is dry, I can feel that, because it can be harder to go into the pore. So I do recommend my clients, if they're not using a good skincare, to keep their skin well moisturized, maybe do a light exfoliation as well, because people, if they have been plucking, shaving, they will get a lot of ingrown hairs, and that's whenever the hair becomes trapped. So definitely advice would be to get the skin in good condition, and we can recommend as well if they don't know what to use on their skin.
And is there any sort of health issues that would stop them from having this done, or?
There is a thorough consultation. Whenever I do when I have a new client, I usually will do a full consultation first, just to ensure that they are able. But there is a list of things. Mainly, if anyone has diabetes, you would have to get a referral from your doctor, because the skin is slow to heal. If you have pacemaker, electrical things like that in the body, obviously, because it would heat up. Certain medications maybe as well, but I will do a thorough consultation first. And usually on that first visit, I will do, if they are happy enough to go ahead with the treatment, and it's safe to proceed, I will remove 1 or 2 hairs for them. But what I would do with yourself, I would offer free consultations if people are just interested and not, they've maybe thought about it and thought, oh, I don't know, so I can have a good chat with them first, do a consultation. There's a lot of things to go through now, so I would prefer to do it.
Yes, obviously doing it one-on-one, but just give people an idea of what they expect when they come along, and sort of, but definitely one of the things I find is the pain side of it.
Yes.
Definitely. And that's, from you came along to the clinic, that's been one of the positive sides, that it's people that had it previously with other machines, that they're not experiencing the same sort of pain. Also, downtime is always a question that's asked, and sort of, is it a hormonal thing? Will the hairs come back, or once you have the right stage, is that it?
Yes, so our people get hairs due to many things. It could be like even people from the age of in their teens could start. It's all to do with the hormones. Medication can cause hairs. Maybe polycystic ovaries would be a big thing as well, would cause hairs. So basically, again, we would talk all through the treatment and what you are on. I'm treating somebody who did have polycystic ovaries, and she had a very, very bad hair growth problem. And I started her in August, and we're now coming into May, and she was coming into me once a month for an hour, which does seem a long time, but I was able to clear that whole area for her, and it's really changed her life, because she just was using the shaver every day. So with her now, in a year, she'll probably be coming to me maybe over the year, but what happens is I have her now once every 4 weeks, whereas I was having her once a week, and I'll maybe not be spending an hour. Whenever you come again, I would do sessions of 15 minutes and under, 20 minutes, half an hour, and an hour.
Yeah. But so even if you have a small cluster of only 4 or 5 hairs, you can still treat that. You don't need to have
even if it's only a few hairs. And also a big thing, like upper lip years ago was horrendously sore. And a lot of people used to have to put a cream on called Emla cream, which numbed the area. A lot of nurses would give you that. But people don't seem to need that. And when I do the upper lip, even in the middle, people are finding it okay. Good. The machine is computerized as well, which is really good. So I have, so say I was doing yourself and you had the chin, I would work on the chin and has preset computerized levels, and it determines, it's all to do with the moisture in your skin, and I will start at a certain current and then work up. So it gives you a preset. And then if I move on to the lip, then I'll turn it to the lip area.
And then a lot of people, I suppose, because we've had such an increase in laser in our industry over the last sort of 10, 15 years. But for the likes of myself, who's very fair, laser, any of the lasers that I've came across haven't worked. Now, I'm sure there is ones on the market now that do work with light hairs, but is that something that electrolysis can treat? Can it treat all hair colors?
Oh yes, all hair colors. Like I would have a lot of clients even, and they have a lot of downy hairs, and especially now with the summer coming in, and they can see them and they annoy them. So that's the one good thing about electrolysis. It treats dark hair, red hair, blonde hairs. And in between treatments as well, I will tell the client, you know, you can just cut the hair. So like say you come to me, and then I would recommend you to come in another 2 weeks or 3 weeks, and they're still really annoying. We would cut the hairs. So we would, if they're finding there's a problem with them.
Very good. So what I'll do is in the sort of notes below this, whenever I share it, I'll share your contact details, how people can get in touch with you. But if you just want to say what your salon's name is and sort of how people can contact you, but I will add them into the notes below.
Yeah, so I work in Active Health and Beauty, which is in Stormont, and I will be visiting Joanne. So what I do is I go to Joanne down in Skin Therapy once a month. So we are going to try and come again on the 16th of May, which is a Tuesday night. So also if people want to contact me just to discuss anything, Joanne will give you my details, and don't hesitate to give me a phone or a text. And also when I'm there on Tuesday the 16th, I will be doing and offering consultations. I already have a couple of clients that I go to. They'll be coming and then we can book you in. So I usually would arrive about 4 o'clock and then Joanne does a late night. So certainly pop down and have a chat.
Brilliant. Thank you very much, Lesley Anne. That has been very informative, and we'll see you then.
Well, that's great. Lovely to chat to you, Joanne.
Bye. Bye.